The Indigenous Games started in 1990 and feature Native nations from all over the United States and Canada. Oneida has participated in these games for a number of years, taking home several medals. This year, the games are being held in Toronto, and the Oneida Nation is sending our athletes to compete in several events. We spoke with some of these athletes and coaches on what it is to be a part of the Indigenous Games. Kayla Bagari is competing on the archery team.
My name is Kayla Bagari, and I'm on the Oneida archery team for the Indigenous Games. I think I'm going to take away from the games the experience from the tryouts and finding out I was accepted onto the team to eventually competing in the games. And I feel this is something I'm going to remember for the rest of my life.
How did it feel when you realized that you made the team?
Probably the best day of my life. It still is.
What do you like about the Indigenous Games?
The opportunity to represent my tribe and to be able to go to Canada. I'm part of a team and I need to hold my own on that team. I need to contribute as much as I can. Do I have any words of encouragement for other athletes? I would say that to always keep practicing, and if you're not where you want to be, you'll get there someday. So just keep practicing.
Briley King is competing in women's golf and talked to us about some of the things she had to do to play in the Indigenous Games and what it means to be dedicated to your sport.
Hi, I'm Briley King, and I'm a golfer, and this will be my first year doing the Indigenous Games. I had to qualify to get on the team, and when I knew that I made it, when I knew that I officially made it on the team, I was very excited and I was very happy. I train as much as I can, but when it comes to summer, I try to practice as much as I can. I practice about 4 or 5 times a week. I go to the driving range as much as I can, and this year I will be working very hard. My encouraging words would be play your best, and even if you're not the best out of the people that you play with, it's still okay. You're out there to have fun, and obviously it is being competitive too, but in the end, we're all winners.
We also spoke with some of the coaches of the teams. Leon Kokomos White coaches the golf team and talked to us about his style of coaching and what it is to be a champion at your sport.
My coaching style, I learned, golf is a lot like life, actually. You can get bad breaks from good shots. You can get good breaks from bad shots, just like in life, anything. And I worked for the First Tee for about 4 years, and they teach life goals, life honesty, integrity, sportsmanship. So I try to put that into all my teachings when I teach. This is a sport where you got to master your craft. Your finger could be in the wrong spot and it can make a shot go right or left. So all I can really teach them is how to play the game, like golf course management and a little chipping, a little putting, just little stuff. But that does matter, don't get me wrong there. It's a huge factor actually. But when they place, it feels amazing. It feels like you're doing something right. The kids you're going to compete against, it's great to go to. I mean, as far as if you just want to go to, but these kids are like any other sport. They're the best of the best. So if you want to get to the games, your tryouts aren't going to be just a walk in the park. You gotta practice on the off season. That's where champions are made. Everybody can practice during season, but if you're that kid that practices all off season long, you're going to be that much better than the kid you were tied with during the regular season. So practice all year long.
Cameron Skinador plays lacrosse and talks about what he had to give up to play the sport and what it felt like to make the team for the Indigenous Games.
I am the box lacrosse goaltender for U19 Team Wisconsin. I've been playing lacrosse for this will be my 3rd year now. I had to sacrifice things like, probably finding like another job, or I had to sacrifice, practices for like musical and stuff. I did that. And I really sacrificed a lot of time, from being in school and after school activities. I really had to drop a lot of things to become like the good goalie, I want to be. It's really important to me because not a lot of people get to be involved in something like this. I wasn't really involved in, much before lacrosse. I was in football and stuff like that, but, I didn't really feel like I was good at anything until I met lacrosse. And then, competing at this level where I wanted to meet people that were Iroquois nationals or, playing in Canada and stuff like that. Really big competition for me, get to show what I do. What it felt like when I made the team, it felt like, just felt like I finally accomplished something, It's like, just, I did the work for it, I made it, I earned it. Be yourself, be proud, and just do you.
Carrie Bugs Danforth has been coaching girls softball for a number of years and has taken a team to Indigenous Games before, winning a gold medal.
Well, Indigenous Games is a great opportunity for young ladies to showcase herself. It's also to get used to different ethnics and different tribal beliefs, as well as get to see maybe some old friendships they have done over the past. So there's an honorable way of that I think that is there for that. So it's kind of it's a fun thing for me to be a part of this year. 2011, we were fortunate and enough to win gold that year. We get some great, strong competition. We faced the California team in a championship game, and they already had 77 games into our 3. We ended up winning gold that year. It was amazing. I mean, just the amount of young ladies that was involved with that from all different tribes. Every one of them contributed. Every one of them was just an amazing athlete. We had so many great plays that whole week, basically to put us on the pedestal that they've earned that. And it was an honor and it was a fun time, and that was the purpose of why we're there. According to the reason I got involved with that was because of Scott Murray. Scott Murray is a great friend of mine, and in the past history of the Indigenous softball program has never been in the medal rounds. So he approached me to basically come forward and to get us off that and get us on the pedestal, no matter what medal it was. Out of the 3 teams that was in there, 2 of the teams came away with gold. So it was quite an honor to be a part of that and to get our coaching staff up at that level. You have to have good parents that's willing to separate themselves and go out of the box, play out of the box, and basically, you got to get better. There's a lot of great talent here. A lot of great talent here, athletically wise. But there's a knowledge of the game itself that needs to be taught more. If that could match, sky's the limit for Oneida people.
The Oneida Nation is sending our athletes to Toronto this year to compete. These young men and women have made sacrifices to get this far in their sports career as well as their personal lives. We need to support these athletes who will be representing our nation in Toronto this summer. Right now, they are raising money to pay their way to the games, but they need help. We are calling on the people of our nation and our community to help support these young men and women as they compete in the 2017 Indigenous Games. Thank you for your support.